Yo, what is good? So, AOPG updated and they added the brand new arrow fruits and also some other stuff, which I'm gonna go over this update. Before I do start though, we are so close to 1K, so I would appreciate it if you did subscribe. And yeah, I'm just gonna get straight into it, enough with my yapping. So basically, you're gonna go into the raid, which I've already went into. So I'm gonna try to explain this guide as well as possible because it is pretty confusing, so please lock in. And yeah, so first you're gonna have to go to 3rd Sea and you're gonna find the raid in Dawn Island. I will show the raid again later on, so don't worry. But basically, once you're in the raid, there are these 4 bosses, and once you defeat them within the span of 4 minutes, you're gonna spawn the IMU boss. So these guys have a chance to drop you soul contracts from each one. So there is the Figureland soul contract, there is the Warcus soul contract, Marcus soul contract, and Saturn soul contract, each with a chance of 1%. Then for phase 2, which is the IMU boss, the IMU boss has a chance to drop you the Shadow Ruler's Authority with a 1% chance, an Abyss Mark with a 2% chance, and then IMU Puppet Title Scroll with a 0.5% chance. So yeah, these are basically all the items you're gonna need. The Abyss Mark you can still get from the Shanks world boss, so if you don't get it from here, you can just grind that, or if you find this raid too hard, you can grind that. But yeah, basically once not once you got the items, of course I still didn't go over the actual obtainment, holy stutter. But yeah, you're gonna go up to this boss, not boss, but IMU right here, and once you click on him, he's gonna send you on a quest. So the quest is actually to finish this raid 50 times with killing the IMU boss. So if you don't kill the IMU boss, it doesn't count, so make sure you do that. And once you're done with that quest, he's gonna ask you to bring him all the soul contracts. So as I said, each one of these guys drop a contract with a 1% chance. So you're gonna have to get each contract from each one of these. So yeah, that's also gonna be pretty tough. Next up, he's gonna you're gonna talk to him again, and he's gonna give you a what is it called? Shadow Ruler's contract. So a Shadow Ruler's contract, once he gives you that, you're basically gonna keep it, and you're gonna need to talk to him again with the Abyss Mark equipped and the IMU Puppet title equipped. Or IMU's Puppet title, my bad for not pronouncing it properly, but IMU's Puppet title equipped. So once you do that, you're basically gonna be able to sign the contract. Basically, you're gonna go to your inventory. Let me see if I have another one. So I have all these. So yeah, Shadow Ruler's contract right here. And once you equip it and click on it, you should have a Contract Awakening, like as an extra ability. So once you have that, you're basically set. Then basically after you did that whole quest, you will need a second quest to actually obtain the second ability which they added, which is the Shadow Ruler's Authority, which is basically, might as well call it a big nuke with a jump scare before it. But yeah, for the actual nuke, you will need to have the you will need to actually use the Shadow Ruler's Authority chip. And yeah, basically, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it's bugged. They do say in the update log, have Shadow Ruler's Engravement's passive unlocked. I don't know if that's the Contract Awakening, but I'm just gonna say this now. When I used the chip, I just got the actual like awakening type thing. But yeah, that might just be me though. But yeah, basically, once you've done all that, you should have both abilities. So the hardest part about this whole grind is genuinely just the raid, because these bosses have, at least from what I've tried to kill them, 1 quadrillion HP. I don't know exactly. I did kill them. I did finish this raid a couple of times. But yeah, these guys have at least 1 quadrillion HP. And don't even get me started on the actual final boss. Like, ridiculous amounts of HP. But they did say in the update log that this is in no way directed towards beginners. So do keep that in mind when you grind. But yeah, that's basically all for the obtainments. Now I'm just gonna move on straight to the showcase. I'll see you in the Blacksmith Island. Alright, so I'm in 3rd Sea right now, and where's the raid? It should be somewhere over there. So yep, Shadow Ruler's Castle. It's this one, very tough raid. And basically, this is the one you're gonna have to do for everything I've said before. Now I'll move on straight to the actual showcase. So for both abilities, I'm just gonna say this for the people who are wondering. I'm not gonna go over Arrow Fruit, nor am I gonna showcase it, because low-key it is genuinely ass. Like it's not worth using. So just skip over it and get straight to these. But yeah, for both abilities, these can be equipped on, basically they're like universal abilities, so you can find them anywhere. They're just like hockey, conquerors, and stuff like that. So even my final dragon has it. I will show the damage difference with with Contract Awakening, it's a buff, and Shadow Ruler's Authority is like a nuke of some sorts, like a freaking missile. But yeah, first I'll start off with the Shadow Ruler's Authority. So let me just use it right now, and as you can see, it shows me a list of all the islands on 3rd sea. For some reason it is bugged and it doesn't show me like under that for some reason. Hopefully they do fix it. But yeah, basically I'm just gonna target, let's say for example, a blacksmith's house. So as you can see, it is right here. We get like a full 360 view, and as you can see, there is a activate nuke button, and if I were to click this harmlessly, so as you saw, very big damage. It is basically a nuke. I genuinely don't know if it can be buffed with stuff. I should probably try that later, but I'm not gonna do that now. I'll leave that for y'all to figure out. But now I'll move on to the Contract Awakening. So I'm gonna use my final dragon fruit as the test subject. So I'll see y'all once I use all my buffs and I go to the blacksmith island. Alright, so I have used all my buffs and I'm just about to pop final dragon. So I'm gonna use the mode, and I'm basically gonna be doing the first showcase is gonna be of just like my normal damage, and then I'm gonna use the actual Contract Awakening for comparison. So for the move that we're gonna compare with this is gonna be let's say the Q ability. So Q normally does 3.9 trillion damage, a high DPS, but let's use the Contract Awakening. So there's no visual indication of it, but it's still been used, so I'm gonna use the Q ability again. So that is 5.9 trillion damage. That's 2 trillion damage difference. For an ability like the F ability, yeah, so that's 7.5 trillion, and of course we all know that the F ability is hella spammable. But yeah, you get my point. It is very strong buff. I would definitely recommend getting it. That's basically gonna be all for the video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe. As I said before, we are very close to 1K, and I would very much appreciate it. And yeah, if you want to join the Discord, link is gonna be in the description, and I will see y'all later. Peace.